Bingo and Roberts here in the afternoon. I was actually getting text messages from friends of mine that were calling our next guest some very bad names because we said he was going to be on at 3 and he wasn't on.
I thought he was hanging out with that Adams guy who was big time.
Tony Adams.
You know this guy, Carrabis? Do you know Adams?
I have no idea.
You don't know Tony Adams?
You know who he is. He's the guy who collected all the garbage can bangs and calculated.
Oh, yes. I'm familiar with
When
this
we
word.
tried to get him on, and the guy wouldn't come on.
Yeah, he's afraid now.
Come on, Tony Adams.
That's a little strange.
Very
strange.
Well, how are you, Jared? How you
How you
been,
doing,
buddy?
man?
You all right?
I'm doing great. I know that you probably expected a different answer, but I'm doing great, and I'm doing even better now that I'm back on the show. I feel like any time that I come on with you guys, I have a great time, so I'm ready to have a great time.
Are you ticked off at your franchise there, or no?
No, why would I be?
Come on.
Why?
I mean, what are they
But
doing?
what?
I mean, they're acting like they're the Mets. I mean, they get rid of Mookie Betts.
I think that anyone-
Mookie Betts to the Red Sox.
Anyone that has a problem with the Red Sox trading Mookie Betts has a failure to understand the economics of baseball and also the luxury tax penalty.
Jared, come on.
It was a necessary
Do you really want to
evil.
trade this guy?
That
Don't
doesn't
shoot
mean that
this
he
guy.
won't be
Hold on.
back next year. He could very well be back next year.
Come on, that's not happening.
I mean, what? He's not coming back next year?
No,
To the
he
Red
hated
Sox?
Boston. Come on, you know that.
Would you like to place a friendly wager on that?
Sure.
But
What do you want to wager?
doesn't it bother you? You're a big Red Sox, and I'm very attached to as a Met fan, I'm very attached to homegrown Mets. Okay,
Sure.
And I'm not big on getting rid of homegrown Mets. I got to tell you that. That's me. So now you as a hardcore Red Sox fan, okay?
I'm an unbiased National Baseball journalist. I just happen to be
Come on, don't give me this nonsense. I mean, what did he say?
Unbiased National Baseball Report.
Yeah, like we're unbiased. I mean, come on. I mean, what are you talking about here?
you know what? There's
Aren't
so
you
many teams
bothered
in
by
baseball.
Mookie
There's
Betts?
30
You're not
teams. I love
bothered
them
by
all
that?
equally.
You
I just love
them.
it. Of course I'm bothered by it. I don't want the Red Sox to trade Mookie
So what
Betts.
are you trying
but
to give us this
do I-
nonsense
there's-
before about
I
the
can-
economics and
I
you don't
think that
understand the
there's-
luxury tax? What are you telling me?
You have to be able to say, do I like this? No. Do I want Mookie Betts on my team? Yes. But do I understand why this had to happen? Yes, I do.
But why
And
did
there
it
are not a
have
lot
to
of people who
happen?
understand why it had to happen.
Why? Why did it have to happen?
Why did
I mean,
it have to
you're
happen?
talking about
Because
him
the Red
coming back
Sox,
next
if
year.
they
What,
went over
next
the
year you're not
luxury
gonna
tax
pay him?
threshold
Hold on.
again,
Let's say
then
you
they
got
would
him
have had to pay $100 million in taxes, and you get the draft picks get dropped. And we don't know about the investigation either. Their draft picks might already be in a not so great place, and it would be even worse because of the luxury tax. So yeah, there's reasons why you had to get under the luxury tax, and David Price and getting his contract off the books, that's one reason why. And if the Red Sox were saying, if they were $100 million apart in their negotiations with Mookie Betts, then yes, you have to get something for him. And again, I'm not ruling out the possibility that the Red Sox could end up signing Mookie Betts as a free agent after next year.
But I don't understand this. I mean, you're still going to sign him to the same kind of ridiculous money. Isn't that going to hurt your luxury tax as well?
No, because
No.
the Red Sox are now, because of this trade, they've gotten under the luxury tax threshold, so now it resets.
Jared,
The penalties are based on consecutive years that you go over.
I
so
get
now
that.
they're under.
Do you really think this guy's coming back once you let him go? Seriously.
Yes.
You do.
You don't really believe that.
Yes, I do. I believe that because now that the Red Sox have reset, they're not in danger of any penalties here. There's no reason why the Red Sox can't pay him what he's asking
You know
for.
what?
There's no reason why.
You've had so much success the last couple of years, not just individually, but the team that you watch. And right now, I feel sad for you. I mean, I
don't feel sad for me.
No, because it's like the girl
I'll
broke
feel sad
up with
for you when I call you
I
a
don't feel
year from
sad.
now after the Red Sox
I don't feel
signed
sad.
Mookie Betts.
I don't feel sad for
No,
you.
I
I used to have a soft spot for the Red Sox, which is long gone, by the way.
No.
I mean, I did. I mean, but it's long gone. Now that you guys have become like your own little evil empire.
Yeah, but Joe, don't you hear him? He's like, the girl broke up with him, and he's pining that,
now
don't
you want
worry,
him
she'll
back.
come back. She's not
Do
coming
you
back.
think that maybe?
Let me
I'm
loan
saying
it to this guy
because
for
I
a
might
little.
know something,
Let
or
me
do you think I'm
loan
just,
the girl
hoping
to this
here
guy.
as,
Hold on a minute.
As a guy that just, no, I'm just sitting here in the corner crying by myself, hoping that Mookie Betts comes back.
What is the general feeling? Let me ask you this question. No, we will forget about the the girl loaning her to another guy and then I'll take her back. I don't know if you're too crazy about that. But with that said, okay, what is the general feeling by Red Sox fans of trading Mookie Betts? I mean, are they happy about this?
Of course not. No one's happy. I'm not happy. I'm not saying that I'm happy about it. I'm just saying that I understand it, and I'm not closing the door on Mookie Betts playing in Boston again as soon as next year. So I don't. I mean, there's no Red Sox fan that's like, thank God, good riddance. Like that fan doesn't exist. So yeah, no one's really happy about it. Everyone's kind of looking at 2020 as a sort of a bridge year, and if it happens to be that they're in the wild card picture, then the expectations are so low that anything higher than a 500 record will be great. I mean, like that's just kind of the outlook on 2020. But as far as the future, yeah, I think that you'd be crazy to say that there's no chance Mookie Betts comes back to the Red Sox. Of course, there's a chance. Now that the Red Sox can actually spend that money, and we know that they have the money to spend.
No chance is very strong. I think it is very, very, very unlikely. Isn't there
All right, give me a percentage. What do you think the percentage is?
Of him coming back? Less than 10.
3%.
Less than 10.
3%.
All right, you're wrong. You're both wrong.
You got
how both wrong?
We don't know yet, actually.
You're both wrong.
All right.
Do you not get a sense as an unbiased national baseball reporter
who loves all 30 teams equally?
You love good baseball. You love good, hard fun in baseball.
Good, clean baseball.
Good, clean baseball. Yeah, he's actually hilarious sometimes. But that Mookie just didn't like your city. He just didn't like playing there. He didn't want to be in Boston.
That's not true.
You don't get that
that's
impression.
The fakest news of all.
Is that right?
Mookie just wanted to get paid. Listen,
how could you
Mookie
not like
Betts,
Boston?
Mookie Betts loved Boston.
Loved
Mookie
Boston.
Betts
How could you
just
not
wanted
like
to get
that
paid.
city?
Both of those things can be true. Mookie Betts can love where he played, but if the Red Sox don't pay him what he's worth, he's not staying. Like I support Mookie in all of this. Like if you have if you have the resume and the credentials to claim that you are the best baseball player on planet Earth, not named Mike Trout, then you have to set the market. If that's what you want to do, then do that, because everyone's talking about, he doesn't want to, like, he doesn't deserve Mike Trout money. Well, what is Mike Trout money? Because Mike Trout didn't make Mike Trout money. Mike Trout actually took less to stay with the Angels. So we don't even really know what Mike Trout money is. So if Mookie Betts' contract is close to what Mike Trout got, I'm fine with that. Like, would I give Mookie Betts $380 million over 10 years? Yes, I would, and I wouldn't blink even thinking about that.
We're talking to Jared Carrabis.
By the way, I got to throw this at you.
Sure.
Right. Jared Carrabis, Mr. Red Sox. You got a manager that's not even the real manager. What is that? With Renick's an interim manager? What is that?
Yeah, that means that when the report comes out that fully exonerates the 2018 Red Sox, that my manager, Alex Cora, will be returning to Boston.
Is that what's going to happen?
Well,
let me ask you this. Hold on. Why do you get... I want to ask you this question. So Alex Cora, who was part of the Astro nonsense as well, he gets to come back? What?
Why wouldn't he get to come back?
Why wouldn't he? Am I missing something here?
If Alex Cora... If Alex Cora is only
Beltran gets hosed
with another organization,
my guy Beltran, I can't believe I'm saying Beltran's my guy. My guy Beltran gets hosed, okay? Like he's the worst guy that ever lived. Like he's the mastermind of everything, okay?
It was all his idea.
What? Come on. Alex Cora has no part in this at all?
I didn't say that.
Well, so why should he come back?
Because if his only infractions were with the
Houston
Astros, and it's proven that he didn't do anything in Boston, then why do I care?
Carlos Beltran didn't do anything in New York. He got hosed. What are you talking about?
So then you think Alex Cora should just never work another job for the rest of his life?
Well, do you think that about Beltran? I'm asking you that.
No, of course not. I mean, I don't care if Beltran gets hired tomorrow.
Do you think A.J. Hinch and Alex Cora would deserve the same penalty?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, if Alex Cora gets a 1-year ban, then so be it. I think that's fair.
Okay. But wouldn't you say, and look, A.J. Hinch came across like a very impotent leader, is the way I would describe it in that interview with MLB Network. But Alex Cora clearly, I'm sure you believe that Alex Cora was more involved in this than A.J. Hinch was, and he was in more of a position of power than a player like Beltran because he was a coach. So you don't think that Cora, being more directly involved in what was going on, probably deserves double what A.J. Hinch got, maybe 2 years instead of 1?
No, double is way too extreme.
Why?
I mean, because it was A.J. Hinch's team, and if you read the Wall Street Journal's report, the Astros started in 2016, and they were doing it through 2018. So that's all A.J. Hinch. Alex Cora in 2016 was at ESPN, and in 2018 he was beating their ass in the ALCS. So I don't understand if A.J. Hinch gets suspended for 3 years worth of cheating and Alex Cora was there for 1 year, why their penalty wouldn't just be the same. Like if you want, because this whole narrative that Alex Cora was the mastermind is just false.
Well,
it's false.
Who's the mastermind? Just Carlos Beltran?
So Beltran's the only bad guy in this whole thing.
I didn't say that.
Well, but that's what it's making it sound like.
Alex
What
Cora
are you
was
saying?
innocent in Houston. I didn't say Alex Cora was innocent in Houston. I'm saying that if the Red Sox investigation comes out and they didn't find anything, and the only thing that he did was that 1 year in Houston, you cannot give him a suspension that's worse than what AJ.
That's where I do disagree with you about that. I think you can, because I think that you believe he did more during the cheating scandal. He was more directly involved in it, while AJ Hinch's biggest problem was his ignorance and his lack of.
It's not ignorance. He
not
knew
ignorance.
Exactly
his
what was
lack
going on.
of.
Give me a break. If you think that AJ Hinch didn't have something to do with this, of course he did.
No, but then his lack
he's even more guilty for not stopping it.
Well,
if he knew that it was happening and all he did was break a couple of monitors, guess what? Those same monitors, they were there the next day. He went in and he broke a monitor or two. Guess what? They were doing it the next day, and he did nothing to stop it.
No, he was an impotent leader. That's, I think, his biggest problem, more so than anything.
He enabled it. He didn't.
And Cora
there was no turning
a
blind eye. He knew that it was happening.
I get it.
Stop it.
But Cora was probably, you would agree, was more directly involved in what was going on.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So that's my answer for why he would probably get a bigger suspension.
But you know what? I got to go back to this. And we're talking to Jared Carrabis, he's a big Red Sox fan, right?
Well, no, he's an independent,
That's
unbiased.
why he loves every team the
Does
same.
a great job for Barstool. He's got a very popular podcast.
But you already have Alex Cora and Mookie Betts coming back to the Red Sox. He's got them both coming back.
It's a big reunion. 2021, baby.
He's got Cora coming back. He's got Betts coming back. What's next, Jim Rice? I mean, what are we doing here?
Poppy's coming back.
Right. Manny. I mean, what are we doing?
I can't wait to have the last laugh. I hope that you guys invite me. I hope that you guys have the integrity to invite me back. I don't want to have to call on whatever hotline you have.
I actually like you.
Yeah,
I think you're all right.
Jared.
I think you're okay.
Yeah,
I think you're okay.
When this happens, you're
laughing
right now, but when it happens, I just know that I want to come back, and I want you to cut this.
Anybody else that's gone? That's coming? Is Garcia Parra coming back? What about? Is he coming back?
We'll all have a big laugh together 1 year from now. Is that right?
We're talking to Jared Carrabis.
Who knows? I'm still here. We may not.
You better be.
There may not be any laughs.
Do you have any regrets about a conversation you and I had a few months ago where I tried to openly negotiate a Mookie Betts to the Mets trade?
You didn't like it?
Yeah.
And I'm mentioning guys like Noah Syndergaard and J.D. Davis and prospects and whatnot. And you ended up with Alex Verdugo and Jeter Downs.
You can't be happy with this trade, can you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd still rather have Verdugo than Noah Syndergaard. Like, Verdugo was like a 3-win player in 2/3 of a full season last year. And Noah Syndergaard,
is this 3-win nonsense
would be a nightmare in Boston. I think that you're just looking at the numbers.
Why would he be a nightmare in Boston? I don't understand. Why do you say that?
Little numbers that you plug into a computer, you have to consider the market.
Explain yourself. Why would he be a nightmare in Boston? Why would he be a nightmare in Boston? Why?
Because he's a head case. Noah Syndergaard gets upset about blogs that our Yankee writer here writes. That's how much that he gets in his head about the media. Guess what? You come to Boston, turn that up to $1 billion.
Well, he's in New York right now.
New York. Wait a minute. So it's Boston is worse than New York? Is that what you're trying to say? As far as the media scrutiny, is it?
Oh yes.
Well, no, I know it's bad, but I don't know if it's worse.
It's worse. It's definitely for the Mets. I mean, it is substantially worse in Boston.
It is one team as opposed to the two that we have.
That is true. You only have one team, so everybody, and of course, all of New England is rooting for them. So I get that.
Was this though the kind of deal you envisioned back then? Because I am trying to remember a lot of what we talked about, and we talked about David Price and the value that he had.
David Price,
and ultimately, the Red Sox had to kick in some money on this thing to make it work. Are you really happy with that return? And would you have been happy if I told you that was going to be the return back in November?
Yeah, I mean, I ideally would have wanted Gratterall. I want the guy that throws 101 with sink.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of a return, I think you can't really evaluate what just happened until we know where Mookie Betts is going to sign as a free agent. Because if the Red Sox just sign him back, then who cares? And if they don't, I want to know what their best offer was. Tell me Tell me a year from now, what did Mookie Betts sign for, and how close did the Red Sox come to matching that if they didn't end up signing him? Like, all of that information is incredibly important before you can evaluate what just happened here.
All right, now on to some serious matters here. It's a great spin, by the way, by Jared Carrabis.
Oh,
I give him a lot of
you
credit.
are tremendous.
Nah, he's tremendous.
Man. You should be a politician.
He'd be good.
Have you
man.
thought about that?
I think I should be a lawyer.
A lawyer.
A
Yeah, you
lawyer.
could do that too. Yeah.
Okay.
So I remember when Jose Altuve hit that home run off of Aroldis Chapman. You were celebrating the good, fun baseball that we had just witnessed. Yeah.
I mean, I was broadcasting. I literally just said what happened. I wasn't celebrating it.
No, I wasn't celebrating. There's a video of him watching with a bunch of Yankee fans. Just enjoyed the moment
You
of
have no love for
Altuve.
you hate the Yankees, right?
No,
That's why you love everybody equally.
Yeah, he loves everybody.
Come on.
But Jared, seriously,
Too much.
when you think back to that moment, was it good and was it clean? Do you think Jose Altuve had a buzzer on?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I have no clue whether or not.
Boy, I'll tell you, are you sure this guy's not a politician?
Jared, what's your view on it?
Weren't you in the New Hampshire primary? I mean, I
could have
won. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's I kind of he had an excuse for why he didn't want to have his jersey ripped off.
Do you believe that
and
excuse?
that was because his wife was going to get jealous if he had his shirt ripped off, which is weird because, like, if you go to his Instagram, he has plenty of pictures of himself with no shirt on. I don't know.
So what do you think then? Let's put all of this together then, Jared. What do you think?
Maybe he felt a little bloated that day. Did you ever think of that?
Bloated.
Did you ever think of that? Like, did you ever think
that's
maybe
the first. That
was
was my first thought.
Day?
Constipation. That was it. But
yeah, I mean, like there's some days where I feel like I would love to take my shirt off and take a picture. There's other days where, hey, I'm not really feeling it today.
No,
I can, I can level with Jose on that. On that.
What do you think? Let me ask you this question. All right, what do you think should happen to the Astros? Anything?
To the players or what?
Anything.
I mean, there's nothing more you can do. I mean, if there's some sort of proof that comes out, because I think what's going to happen is as the years go on and more of these guys get removed from the situation, the guilt is going to weigh on them. Someone's going to talk because the buzzers are real. Like I didn't think they were, because I had people that were like in baseball circles. They were like, yeah, no, the buzzer stuff that was made up. But AJ Hinch goes on MLB Network, and he's flat out asked, are the buzzers real? And he just says, yeah, well, Major League Baseball conducted their investigation, and they didn't find anything. He didn't say no. So that means yes. And if they did exist, I have a tough time believing that we'll get 5 years, 10 years removed from 2017, and zero people will be like, yeah, we did that, actually.
You have one of the things that has helped contribute to your great success is Jared's got good relationships with a lot of players.
Do you?
Great relationships.
That's why he's saying what he's saying.
Well, but I'm curious. Off the rack, have you talked to Bregman since this story broke?
You talked to opponents? You tight with like other guys on other teams?
Oh, yeah. He's tight with Bregman.
I'm not familiar with that name. Alex what?
Have you spoken to Alex Bregman since the Astros story broke, Jared? I'm not asking what you talk about. Have you spoken to him?
He got engaged, and I congratulated him on that, yeah.
Was there any other conversation, maybe baseball-related?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Not to my knowledge.
This guy's unbelievable. You're too much.
What would you say if it came out, all right, Altuve wore a buzzer on that home run, would you think differently about that great, clean baseball moment?
Yeah, no, I would. I would actually I would. I kind of already am in that boat right now, where I look at everything weird. So I'm a baseball guy. I just love the good, clean baseball, and I'm waiting for baseball season to come around. So I discovered the YouTube app on my TV because I'm not a big cable guy. I'm not a big TV show guy. So I went back and I watched, I believe it was Game 3 of the 2017 World Series, the game that was just back and forth between the Dodgers and the Astros, and everyone was hitting home runs and a bunch of, lead changes and drama and high-scoring offense. And I'm watching this game, and I'm just like, yeah, it would make a lot of sense if they knew exactly which pitches were coming. So I can look at the 2017, and we know that they were still cheating in the World Series. Like all the way through the World Series, we know that they were doing that. And then you look at 2019, and I'm one of those guys, I like to reflect. On New Year's Eve, I like to reflect on the past year.
Right.
And I wasn't really looking so much at, what did I accomplish in 2019? What did I do this year? I started watching postseason highlights from 2019.
This is New Year's Eve you did this?
Yes.
I did this, and I tweeted about it. So on New Year's Eve, I'm looking at the Jose Altuve home run off of Chapman. And one of the things that I noticed that stood out to me the most, you just hit a home run to send your team to the World Series, and he is acting like it was a home run in spring training. Like there was no outpouring of emotion. I mean, like, and when I said this, everyone's like, well, look at what he celebrated at home plate. Of course he celebrated. There was nothing from the point of contact with the baseball
What is he supposed to do?
until he got to home plate.
What
How
is
are
he
you
supposed
not
to do?
celebrating?
Do
You just hit a home run to go to the World Series, and he's just like, la-di-da, jogging around the bases. And the whole thing with the Chapman smile, like everyone was like, how do you smile in a moment like that? I kind of had a little theory. I was like, I think he knew. I think he knew that Altuve knew what pitch was coming. I think that the Yankees had suspicions about that. So I don't know for sure if the buzzers were used in that particular at bat. But after the A.J. Hinch interview on MLB Network, where he flat out could not say no, they didn't exist. He just said the investigation happened and they didn't find anything. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced that the buzzers existed.
Wow. What's your thoughts on this ridiculous proposed baseball playoff nonsense?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want it. I don't want more teams unless there's like expansion. Unless they go to like 32 teams, then I could see maybe adding.
Yeah, but do you
one
want
more
a team being
from
able
each
to
league.
pick who they're going to play in the playoffs? You want that?
Yeah, I like that.
What?
I do like that.
What do you mean you like it? How could you like that?
I tweeted about this last October.
You like that idea?
Yes, I do because do you think that the Dodgers wanted to play the Nationals in the first round last year?
Hold on a minute.
No, they did not.
Yeah, but
They didn't. And
what
guess
if
what? The
you
Nationals beat them.
when you wish for something, it doesn't always work out the way you want it. You're giving that
So
team
that's part of
plenty
the
of
drama. That's
you're
part of
giving
the
them
drama. You better
plenty
pick the
of
right
bullet.
team.
Well, you're giving them plenty of bulletin board fodder, aren't you?
Sure, and then that's good for baseball.
Good for baseball.
Because
really?
how many times has there been a series where you think one of those teams has no chance? Well, guess what? Now they're motivated because you just picked them.
Yeah, but why do I need to have to pick who I want to play? What are we doing here?
Because if you're in a position like last year, there are times when
Really?
you have a division winner,
Come on.
a number one team in baseball, you have the best record in your league, and it's like, all right, so now I'm playing a
Really?
wild card team that's significantly better than one of the division winners. Like I'd rather play one of the weaker division winners than a wild card team that's red hot. And
what happens when you lose to that team?
You would pick Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg, and all these other guys in that rotation. Like
I can't believe you actually like this. I can't.
No, I
believe
do
it.
like it.
It's
I
absurd.
do like it. Not only do I like it, it was my idea.
Oh, it was your idea? You gave that to Rob Manfred, the wonderful commissioner?
You think Rob Manfred isn't looking at my tweets? Of course he is. Who has the
Carrabis.
brightest baseball mind in the United States of
But
America?
Your head's getting bigger every second you're on the show.
I mean, listen, guys.
Do you have a big enough room for it? I mean, I just want to know.
If my head was big, I would ask you guys for money. I do this for free. I do it because
I see.
love it.
You
I do it
ask
because
us for
I enjoy
money,
the show.
he says.
Right.
Carrabis is asking us for money now.
That's very.
He's got
No, I'm
Cora
not.
coming back.
It's
He's
the
got Betts
opposite.
coming back.
But he's not asking us for money. That's the
I'm
thing.
not asking you for
I
money. I'm
see.
saying I
I
do this
see.
because I love it. I do it for the love of the
Jared,
game.
I see.
you also know, as much as we do genuinely like you, we would not be able to
course.
pay you. You know that.
I mean, how do you not?
They're barely
could you
paying
not?
us. Let's get real here.
Exactly. Jared, let me ask you this last question. We'll let you go, and we
Sure.
appreciate you coming on. Right now, middle of February, looking at that crystal ball. You've already told us Mookie Betts is coming back. You've already told us that.
And Cora.
Yeah.
And Cora, what is your 2020 World Series?
Who's in it or who wins it?
Who's in it?
No,
I don't
who's
have to
in
be
it?
the winner.
Just
Who's
the
in it?
matchup.
Give me the matchup.
Wow. You know what? I think it's going to be a rematch of 2017. I think it's going to be the Dodgers and the Astros.
So you think the Astros will go back to the World Series?
So motivated.
They
by
will
all the hate that
overcome
they get.
all the negativity and get back to the World Series.
I think that so here's the thing about the Astros. They're so talented that they didn't need, like, obviously the cheating made them significantly better, but they are so talented that they didn't need to cheat, and they did anyway. So I think that you don't know what pitches are coming. Sure, you're not cheating this year, but I think that the motivation of being doubted, like everyone being like, well, what are they going to look like now that they're not cheating? I feel like a lot of guys in that team are going to be like, well, look what I can actually do. So I feel like because of their experience, because they got within one game of winning another World Series last year, and perhaps they cheated doing that as well, I'm not going to pick the Yankees. I feel like that's too popular of a pick.
And you don't like the Yankees.
No, I love the Yankees. I feel like they're a
He
great
loves them.
Aaron Boone, close personal friend of mine.
I'm sure you love Aaron, but I'm sure I would think when you're reflecting at the end of the year on New Year's Eve that you were watching, Game 7 of the 2003 ALCS, right? Over and over and over again. Were you doing that?
Are you calling my bluff on Aaron Boone being a close personal friend of mine? Because,
yes,
listen,
I am actually. Yes.
At the winter meetings, Aaron
You
Boone
were
and
tight.
I, every morning, 9 a.m., we were in the gym. We were working out together. We support each other.
Okay.
Off the field, what happens on the field, that's on the field.
Okay.
When we walk
You
away
got a
from
poster of
diamond,
that? You got a poster of that home run off Wakefield, like down in your basement somewhere?
No, I don't because I didn't particularly enjoy that moment.
It wasn't a good, fun.
Sure you didn't.
It wasn't a fun, clean baseball
knows that
moment.
very much. We have spoken about it at length.
You and Aaron have spoken about that home run at length.
Yes, I feel like you don't actually believe me that what I'm saying is true.
I
When
gotta
you tell
tell
me
you,
you love the Yankees, I don't buy that for a
Look, a
second.
lot of what Jared is saying is love, is fairness, may not be accurate, but I believe he's tight with Booney. I do believe that.
Okay.
I believe he's
do you
tight
call
with
him
Luke
Booney?
Voit.
Is it like that kind of basis?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? I call him Mr. Boone? I say, what's up, Booney? You need a spot? You look like
What does he
could use
call
a
you,
spot there.
Carrabis?
You look like you're struggling with those 25-pound dumbbells.
You're funny, man.
Does he call you Carrabis? You call him Booney?
No, I don't think he does. I don't think he's got any pet names for me just yet. But we're getting there.
Someday.
That's great.
Jared, thank you, pal. We appreciate it.
Jared, keep up
Thank
the
you,
stellar
guys.
work, huh?
Stellar.
I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys more often this season.
You got
All
it.
right.
It will be free, but
You
you
will
got
pay.
it.
No money coming.
That's fine.
Good. We love you.
That's fine.
Jared Carrabis of Barstool.